Alright. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano, and it is Hump Day. Isn't it? Yeah, Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. Yeah, tomorrow's the big day, and then July 4th is the biggest day of the year. Yeah. Thank you, LUCION. Broke me down. Broke me in, broke me down. LUCION. Giddy up. From YouTube, Chicken Coop Confidential. The link's in the show description. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. Yeah, we got a good one. Jeremy Corbell and his friends did it. They did it. They did something really good. I'm happy. But should we be? Oh, it is only a 4-second video with just about 2 seconds of action. And the videos, I don't know. I don't know what it could be, but it seems to have flown by. I didn't take their word for it. I thought something either flew by that wasn't what they were telling us. I still think it's a balloon. Yeah, just like maybe not a party balloon, but a big one. Maybe like an advertising balloon. You feel me? Feel it. I could have said you hear me. It would have been the same. But we'll talk about that. I don't know. We'll find out. Should we give Corbell credit and Knapp and the guy who helped them? What was his name? Sam Schneester? We'll find out. He did the FOIA request to get the Mosul Orb video. I think it took 1.5 years. Yeah, it can take that long. It shouldn't ever take more than 10 days. Business days. But in this situation, you'll see. Well, we're going to go over a lot of it. We're going to spend time talking about that. About 20 minutes worth. Yeah, I think it's interesting how it got acquired. I'd like you guys to hear that. And, just in case you haven't. And then we've got some really interesting sightings, for the lack of a better term. Yesterday I was sick. That's right. I was sick. Couldn't do the show. Did we do the show yesterday? No. Because I got home and then at 12:30 I started feeling sick. And 5 minutes after that, the cork popped off the volcano that is my stomach. And it was 14 hours of... But thank God. Thank God it wasn't the worst of the worst. You want to know why? Because I still was recovering from last week. So it's not like my body had 2 weeks of undigested food to get rid of. But only 1. So I think if this could happen once a week, hey... Here we go. It's unpredictable, really. I felt good all morning, except for a slight headache. Very slight. And I thought it was from sleeping too much. You ever have one of those? Because that's what it felt like right here. And it wouldn't go away. And then I'm out in the field and I'm moody. I'm really moody. Like me, moody. I'm always in a good mood. Yeah, it was something was off. And then I told my friend, I got to go. I can't. I want to do more work, but I just can't. He's like, all right. He's like, wow. And I'm like, well, it happens that quick. Anyway, that's what happened. Thank you for being patient with me as I'm dying slowly in front of you. Hey, let me tell you something. What's going on with me? If I didn't work out, my body it's being eaten When I don't eat because I'm throwing up, I go 4, 5, 6 days without putting food in my body. Just liquids. Like those first 2 or 3 days I'm throwing up, and then the next 2 or 3 days I'm recovering. And it's like a switch is hit. Soon as I feel the ability to eat, hunger sets in, it's all over and I'm good to go, like today. So that's what happens, man. It's weird. I don't like it. We're getting a very bad set of storms right now. The power's gone out twice before the show started, came back up. Everything's been fine for half an hour. So if we do go out, it'll go, and then we're back up. And that's it. So don't go away. Just wait for me to come back. And if I'm not back in 10 minutes, the max, 5 minutes, usually 2, it ain't happening. All right? And thank you for those of you who checked in on me. I appreciate. I know who you are. And I got the messages. Thank you. It was awful. Who's here tonight? I see some interesting names. Not that interesting. No, I'm kidding. The Angel of GUFON. Junjay Anje. Jeanette. The Angel of GUFON. Welcome to the show. F-Graph 7. Doot. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Cindy Krause. Welcome to the show. F-Graph, you too. Welcome to the show. Sky Allen. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Jammer Travels. Nah, because I quit smoking for 3 months, Jammer. Still got sick. Thanks, though. Truth Entertainment. No, it's not. It's gastrial thrombosis. I don't know. Hey, Truth Entertainment. How you doing, man? Don't worry. Eventually, I'll be gone, and you guys will be like, remember when Rich used to say he's dying slowly? We didn't believe him. What happened? Samo, Goofonian, Rockstar. What's up, Chief? Good to see you. Thanks for all the hard work you and Marcel do here all the time. Chicken Coop Confidential. I have the best duo. And everybody else that helps after them. I mean, just as good. But, they're my regulars. And I don't know why I deserve to have such two wonderful people as why did they come here? I'm getting emotional. There's not a lot of good people in this planet. I'm joking. Life is what you make of it, really is. Ain't that right, Billy McAllen? How you doing? We're going to have a good time no matter what, no matter how good or bad we feel. There's my man, Glenn Collins. How you doing, GC? Nice. Everybody's here. All right. If I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we have a lot of show to do, and we got to get going. So here we go. I said we had sightings. Yes. Hey, Tractor Basil. So nice to see you. How have you been? Damn, I love this night. Yeah, man. Thanks for hanging. Dinkamazi already. Thank you for being here too. Metalhead. How is everyone? Dorothy Hawkins, you sneaking in here too? Yay. UFO 91. Jar Jar Makachami. I know. My throat's a little skandangles. But thanks everybody for coming here. I can't believe it. Tacey Hale. Hi, TH. All right, I'm excited. Let's get going. Something's missing. Oh, the fan. All right, here we go, Dorothy. We're gonna have a good one here. I'm gonna start you off with the most fascinating UFO drone shot recorded from September 2014. I don't think this is the best. And I don't think this can be. Anyway, let's see what they say from Truth Poll on X. Okay, you ready? Go. It's a bug, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a drone. Come on. Anyone? Hey, whoa! Oh, I remember this. It goes into the... Yeah, that, I don't know. What do you guys think? Fake? It's gotta be, right? You see? Look at it there. This is what bothers me. Yeah, it's fake. You can see. You can see the overlay. That's sad. But it is fake. It is fake. Look. Look at it grow. Look. Oh! Did you see that? Uh-oh, that was an error in editing. Oh, it is fake. It's fake. I can't believe it. Oh my God. And I thought it was real. Look at this faker. Wow, I've gone back many frames already. And it's sliding. The overlay is sliding. Yeah, Rich, because it's moving. No, you don't get it. In that first one, when it started peeking out, it jimmied. It went upward like, and it shouldn't have. Look at this. I've gone back 18, 19, 20 frames here, right there. 20, 21. Why isn't it shrinking? 22, right? Why isn't it getting bigger coming out of the mountain? It's weird. This is weird. This is weird. Yeah, there it goes. That's another Jimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff. I hear something happening in that fantastic chat room. What are you guys throwing down? See what I mean? It hasn't moved. Look, watch. What a weird sighting. It is not real. Let's see what they do here. Oh, it looks so bad. And they're proud to blow it up 600%. You can see the square moving around it. It is cool, though. The way that is a smooth... I don't know, man. I gotta be honest with you. See, this is what bothers me. I need more. I need the original in my hand. We all need the original in our hands. How are we supposed to know what's real or what isn't unless you have the ability to look at the original? This way you can look at the metadata. I'm telling you. Just because it's on X doesn't mean it's real. Just because they put it in slow motion means, you know, oh, they're not scared to show us the details in slow motion. I don't know. I mean, I need more, but I'm going to call that bullshit. Yeah. Anything that so far that has disappeared like that has been proven neither real or fake, which there should be some proof. Yeah. All right, let's move along. Do we have a poll tonight in the chat room? No, I didn't do a poll. Oh, that's right. We're going to give away 10 memberships tonight. Yeah, Jeff Garvey for 38 months. And Dorothy, is that 29 months? That's a long time. No poll. I meant to put one in. That's right. I'll think of one maybe. Maybe. Hey, Woo Riders, DG, how are you, man? I'm doing well. I hope you're doing good. Doing well, I mean. Thanks, Dorothy. $2 on a super chat. Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention. If you want to help support, I was thinking about this today. And I've watched, since I've been sick a lot lately, I've watched a lot of the other shows I said I would never watch. And they're pretty bad. I don't want to name names, but they're very popular UFO shows. Now, every now and then, I see something that's interesting and I'll go over there and then they'll say, I don't know what it is. And I'm like, how can you say you don't know what it is? You can easily see it's a balloon, a drone, whatever. But they want to play to all sides. Instead of picking yay or nay, these shows like Vetted, I'll name one, plays it safe a lot. Tries to act like he's going against the grain, But in the end, he always winds up saying, but how do I really know? That's why GUFON is unfriggin' believable, because I know, because I've done the test. 24,000 hours now? Let's just say 23,000 hours to be safe of recording, watching, studying the sky day and night for hours upon hours. It's like 2 lifetimes, maybe 3. Not very many people have what I have on video. And I still claim I have nothing. Well, that's not true. I've got the city in the sky. That's something. All right. Thanks, Dorothy. And the fleet video, both of my fleet videos are second to none. Yeah, they're phenomenal. I'm really proud of those. But let's get on. Right. And I'm going to show you why I'm proud of me. And all that I know came from hard work, determination. I had the time to do it. I had the funds to do it. Somebody's calling this a jellyfish video. And now people are starting to say these are plasma. Or as some people like to say, plasmic. Plasmic. It's the worst name ever invented for anything in the UFO phenomenon. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Cindy Krause, is that? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Cindy throwing down a $2 super. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. I have to do that. Thank you. A continuing supporter all day. Thank you. The video won't work. Let me try refreshing. Something's going on. Internet's on. Damn it. I told you these storms. It stopped pouring here, but it doesn't mean... I can still show this to you, and you'll see what I mean. We don't need a video. We don't need no stinking videos. As you can see, this is a balloon. Say yes. Yay. Oh, I can't even blow it up. Double click. No. Where's the extender? No. I'll refresh it. Let's see what happens now. Nope. So, I've seen the video. It's a balloon. This is annoying. Let me see if another video works. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. This video works fine. Oh. So it's this video. It must be getting a lot of views or something. Oh, all right. Well, we'll come back to it perhaps. I want to show you one more. That makes me a little sad. Because that was fun. That was a good one to make fun of. Oh. Okay, you ready? This is from yesterday. My peeps. This was captured yesterday in Monterrey, Mexico, according to Nelvadez. They go on to say that a strange silver sphere was levitating and then rising in the city's center square there. So I am going to... It's already working, so let me pause. It's only a 36-second video, but it shows they did a good job, whoever did this. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you for the kind words. Here we go. Yeah, it's a little slow loading. It's okay. We'll make it through, guys. Look at this now. So, it's not bad. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Oh, wait, I see a nipple on the bottom. You know what I mean? Hey, David Wilcox, not Wilcock, became a member. Well, a continuing member for 39 months, man. That's insanity. That's so cool. Thank you very much, man. All you guys for so long. And we do this together. I'm playing this one more time. Thank you, David. David Wilcox, not Wilcock. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't check, you guys. Somebody said check PayPal. Oh, come on. My phone won't work. I know. Is it there? Oh, which one? Cash App? Cash App. I know it's playing one more time. Oh, who is this? Who sent that? Where is it? I can't see who did it. Kelly Lewis! What? No, that's not today. What is this? Oh, it's not you. Well, this is weird. I don't know who sent this. Hold on. I'm going to have to go here. Let me see if it came up. This is so bizarre. Oh, I see here. It's over here? I didn't know that. So I'll just say thank you to Jammer Travels. Throwing it down on the Cash App for $5. Thank you for your help, man. I didn't know, and now I finally know. And David Wilcox, not Wilcock. All you guys, members and subscribers and Cash Appers, PayPalers, Super Chat, Super Stickers, and all that stuffers. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Jammer. Thank you. All right. So that was an interesting one here, right? Don't you think this is an interesting video? Or no? You think this is bull? See, we don't get close. Here's the only time we get close. And it looks like an advertisement. I could almost see what looks like the Nickelodeon area where you blow it up. What do they call that? The insert? And those are birds, I guess? Or are they little men on parachutes? I don't know what those other dots were. You're right. What are those? See? Why are they there? Look, look. Oh, that's a bird. But no. Look. You got this up here. Check this out, yo. So, okay, because this might tell us why. Because maybe it's a set of balloons that got away. And because one's bigger makes it heavier, it's lower. And the other ones that are smaller, they're lighter, so they're higher. Don't you see the logic? Are you guys losing your Mosul minds? Don't you understand? I've been out there. I've done it all for you. Is this thing on? Hello? Monkey? Mother? Moderator? Majestic 12. Hey, Marcel. Good to see you, buddy. All right, you ready? All right, let's get to... I'm going to show you the 4-second video of the Mosul Orb. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play from their show. I'm going to play it from their show. I've got so much to go over. All right, here we go. This moment sets a historical precedent in this clip. So I'm just going to play the Mosul Orb first, and then we'll hear them talk about it. So this is it. Boop. That's it. Ready? One more time. And just so you know, they blacked everything out. That information, however, was in the still image. And the reason they did that, because they don't want you to figure out how big, how fast, what direction. Yet, on a still image, they're able to show us what the data said because it's not moving. Isn't that immature? It's so immature. Well, we don't want our adversaries to figure out how numbers move. Yeah, they go in order from 0 to 9, nibble nuts. Unreal. Like, we're idiots. Like, they think the world is... it is stupid. All right? That's why you don't need to worry so much. They worry about the dumbest things. Look at this thing. Come on. What are they worried about? Watch it, though. All right. It's going to continually play. I don't know, my God. It kind of looks like it's pulsing through the air. Like, vroom, 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 right? Like one side is heavier than the other. So there's a centrifugal spinning that's making it move. Do you understand what I mean? I'll show you with my UFO. So if this side was fat, it would be going like this, right? It would go right, and it would keep spinning around the fat part. So every time that would come around, it would wobble or whatever. But in here, when I think it's spinning, it's pulling itself with every rotation. So it's pulling, right? It's hard to do it and watch to make sure. But let's just say it's going, here's the bulge, right? We'll say the bulge is here. So it throws it out, and now it's spinning, catches up to it, and propels. I don't know. Kind of like this. Right? That's what I mean. I'm not do I look like a scientist? All right, now we're going to hear the details of the first date on how Jeremy Corbell got help. Hey, man, we all need it in getting this information to the masses. What a great little story they put together here. It's an interesting thing because I was very, very, very pessimistic. I said, no, it's not what they're telling us, I said. It's not. And the reason I didn't believe it, because they have given me no reason to believe them with their track record. What were they, like 0 for 6 and 0 for 10 at that point? I don't know. But everything they put out at that point was pretty much debunkable. So, I had nothing to go by, very minimal data. They even admit it, which was nice to hear Corbell and Knapp admitting things could have been better, could have been done a little differently, maybe. All right, let me pull it up here. Weaponized, episode 81. They did a good job, man. They did a really good job. I got to give credit where credit is due. Maybe I have a secret admiration for their persistence. It's possible we're all wrong. It's possible I'm wrong about Corbell. I don't think so. Calling him a disinfo agent up to this point, just because somebody found the Mosul Orb and it verifies one video out of 12. Well, now, we don't know what the jellyfish is. And we don't know what the most recent shit is either. So it seems like maybe they've learned. Maybe after being, I don't know, duped. I don't know if they were duped. I probably would have done the same exact thing they did. Look, you're going to talk to the military personnel, and you think people are on your side. Yeah, man, we want to get the truth out too, but here's what you can say, here's what you shouldn't say, and here's what you can't say. Be careful. This is legitimate stuff, so it's being released. I don't know why they're releasing it to you, but give it the respect it needs, okay? Corbell hears this. Knapp hears this. Why would you doubt it was the most legitimate UFO that they could give you? And it was a legit UFO, not flares, not a drone. But they didn't know. And I tell you who else didn't know? The guy giving them the video probably didn't know. He probably thought it too was legit. That's how far down the lie goes. It's compartmentalized. Definitely. From every level it is, I think. From every level. Anyway, I want to play this episode. It's only 25 minutes. We're not going to play the whole thing, but it's interesting. And I like interesting. And these guys deserve a round of applause for at least staying persistent with the Mosul Orb. So check it out. And we're back. what a schmohawk I am.
The very first episode of Weaponized, wherein we vowed to bring forth government-vetted images of what they, not us, what they, the U.S. military and the intelligence community, refer to as UAP.
Just so everybody understands, like, what is the Mosul Orb? And I know it's real basic for some of our listeners, but I think it's important. You know, this was a still image from a video. George and I reported that. You're about to learn what it takes to make another historic move, which is to obtain footage from the United States government through litigation and years of dogged, tenacious, effort.
A video that the UAP Register obtained through FOIA litigation, which is Freedom of Information Act lawsuit, essentially.
That's the guy who got the video. Forget his name. God, I'm bad. But what a great effort, though. I'm happy. I'm happy that we saw the video. My thing is this. What if it's not real? Like, what if the video is just a balloon? That's what I'm worried about. There's no more detail from the video. And that's why they showed us the 2 seconds. There's no more detail being exposed. There's nothing that shows us anything new. So it's just like giving us 200 frames in a row. That's it. Or 180, whatever.
Boiling here in the Mojave.
Is that low? Yeah, let me raise that volume. Sorry, folks. I get talking. There we go. Woo! Yeah, Jeremy's being used too.
Weaponized. I'm George Knapp. Boiling here in the Mojave. Jeremy Corbell, my friend and colleague.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. They're being used. And maybe they're getting a little more wise as to what they're going to accept. And maybe that's why we haven't seen a lot of Jeremy Corbell, the videos in the last year. Because he's being a little more careful. I don't know. So far, I'd like to see 2025 be a turnaround year where I can start feeling good about Corbell and or Knapp together. It would be easier if I knew they were on our side. And what do I mean by that? I think they only take the stories that can benefit them financially. And that's not what you're supposed to do in this field. You're supposed to go after everything you can get your hands on. Right? Some things you can't, some things you can. So what do? Process of elimination. I don't know if we're seeing that. I need another 5 years of trust.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good. I mean, today we travel back through the mists of time to a bygone era known officially as the days of yore. It was a simpler time, kinder, gentler. No, it wasn't. It was just as messed up as it is today, maybe even a little less miserable. I am referring, of course, to the very first episode of Weaponized, wherein we vowed to bring forth government-vetted images of what they, not us, what they, the U.S. military and the intelligence community, refer to as UAP. As we said at the time, the material is hard to acquire. We do our best to confirm the stuff really does come from government servers, and to the best of their abilities, agencies and experts at those agencies do consider the images that we would come to release over many months as genuine unknowns. In other words, in their opinion, UAPs, not ours, not our opinion. The very first image we uncorked in that very first episode of Weaponized was something called the Mosul Orb. It is a freeze frame taken from a brief video recorded on a spy platform, an intelligence platform. There is a new development, by the way, a new wrinkle, new material as of today. Jeremy, why was that image worth releasing in the first place?
Yeah, so it's really interesting that we launched Weaponized literally 6 months after Arrow was put into place. Part of that was because we just wanted to have fun together and be able to report unhindered in any way on visual assets and things that we have acquired. But really, it was also a protective place in my mind, which is that if there's going to be a disinformation campaign, we're going to put out information and see if they'll do the right thing. So why it's important is, so 6 months after Arrow begins, we launch Weaponized. That was in January 23rd, 2023. So our first episode, we tell what Weaponized is going to be, but we offer for the first time ever, and it was and remains the first time ever, is U.S. military filmed UAP designated by our military from an active combat zone.
Oh,
and
right.
That was the difference. It was from an active combat zone. That's what we call the Mosul Orb. So we told everybody in the first episode that the Mosul Orb was filmed with full motion video. We had explained to people what that means, why it's in color. It was filmed 16th of April, 2016, over Mosul, Iraq. And the problem was, or not the problem, but it protect sources, especially if they don't protect themselves, is what you've always taught me, George. We could release a still image, but I think it was more risky to go farther than that. So a lot of people didn't believe us. And if you remember, George, we challenged Arrow to do the right thing and to release the video to the public. They didn't. Instead, they released something that looked similar. And this is kind of the sleight of hand thing that they do a lot of the time. So they never released it to the American public.
Oh, wow. I don't remember that. Now, look, I may not be remembering some things because of my health issues, and I'd be gone for 3 to 5 days, sometimes longer, without being able to study what's been going on. So sometimes I miss things, but I don't remember that. I didn't know that Arrow refused to release the video. I'm banging my brain right now. I don't remember that. But I'm sure it's true. I just don't remember it.
And I never thought the American public was ever going to be able to see it. It took a real act of dedication and courage to kind of get that out. But just to summarize this, I hope that people look back at our original reporting, George, because we were accurate and we told people we were, but maybe they were, learning to trust us. But if you look now at what we're going to learn today.
That was a nice way to put that. Maybe they're learning to trust us. When he said that, that hit a chord with me. I want to trust everybody. I really do. It wouldn't take much for me to trust anybody in this field because I'm just as desperate as you are for the truth. But I'm not going to let bullshit dictate when that's eliminated. Just because you're going to say it's a UFO, I'm not going to believe it. I'm going to look at it and say, no, I can't change who I am. Thank God. Lord knows people have tried. But in this field, you either trust or you don't. But never trust anyone. It's sad. I hate it. Why? Do you know how many people have... that's a silly question. Why? Because everybody lies. And everybody tells the truth. Don't you find the best stories don't have the videos? Why is that? It'd be hard to fake those abductions. It'd be hard to fake a lot of those things, right? So they're not. So what we get are fleeting glimpses or peekaboos or things that you could put your child in a costume now and create with AI. Anyway, back to this.
Today, you're going to see that we were 100% accurate and that this was not some lens flare. This was not some pothole in the street. This was not some raindrop on the lens of a CIA spy plane retrofitted camera. I mean, are you kidding me? But you still have to deal with that stuff unless you can back it up. And
right. And they couldn't. Nobody could. They know they couldn't have backed it up back then. That's why I was so skeptical and really didn't believe this was what he was saying it was. Absolutely not. Because his track record up to that point was it was 100% bad. Let's just put it that way. 100% bad.
I think today, because of the tenacity of a good friend of ours and an excellent investigative journalist,
thank you.
You're about to learn what it takes to make another historic move, which is to obtain footage from the United States government through litigation and years of dogged, tenacious, effort get that. So I'd love, George, let's introduce a friend of ours.
Yeah, I would just say this before we bring him in. What we're going to see is pretty cool today. The public has not seen it. It's very interesting. I remember the debunker people were pissed at us because we weren't releasing the 4-second video.
That's right.
Because they said that would allow us to for sure debunk it. We could definitely have enough info to debunk it. Well, you're about to get it. I suspect they will still do the same thing they've been doing. It's a raindrop on the lens.
But you can't debunk it. I can't.
Pothole in the road in Mosul. All kinds of
Jar
really
Jar.
wacky theories that really don't hold up, as we're about to see. But this guy, who's been our guest and been our friend, he helped.
Market talking like a hacky day. I have to. It's Jar Jar. I paused it here because they're going to introduce the guy who got the video, the 4-second video. Jar Jar, thank you very much. And it says you're moving up the leaderboard. Oh, yeah, you guys have that thing in the chat room where it shows people who are active chatters. I don't know why they're doing this. Top fans, it's called. Right? Crazy. And put your chat on live chat, everybody. Top left. This way you see every person, not the people who chat. If you put it on top chat, you're seeing the people that multiple chat. Sometimes not everybody chats more than once in a half hour, 10 minutes. Just a little help. Yeah, thank you, Jar Jar. I appreciate that. Okay, now he's about to introduce, here we go.
Us before, we both had an interest in UFO intrusions at the Pantex facility, and he dug in and got some really good information. Dustin Slaughter runs something called the UAP Register. It's not flashy. It's just rock solid investigative journalism. He comes up with great stories, and he's really picked up a doozy today because this video by itself that we're about to see is important. But man, the implications of what Dustin has done is so much bigger for this topic. Would you agree, Jeremy?
Who's DW? Who's DW? Anybody? DW. Diane Wasulka? Wasulka? Isn't it Pasulka? Billy. All right.
Yeah, big time. As you and I have always said, is that no one piece of footage is ever going to do it, but the collective weight is a preposterous preponderance of evidence. So even this is bigger than a video.
David Wilcox.
And we're here about that. We're about to talk about that. Why this is so big, why this is so important. So really excited because
so essentially what we have here is a video that the UAP Register obtained through FOIA litigation, which is Freedom of Information Act lawsuit, essentially. I originally filed the original FOIA was filed in 2023, and then the lawsuit after stonewalling by the Air Force and the National Air and Space Intelligence Center. After that stonewalling, I filed a lawsuit in 2024 with a couple of great attorneys that I work with. So
This is absolutely dedication. We should be applauding this guy for putting up his money, right? His time, his energy into getting the video. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Beautiful, right? I mean, what would happen if this guy disappeared now? I know.
Do they do pro bono for you? Is this something they're interested in?
As a matter of fact, they do have a pretty open mind when it comes to this stuff. But the added benefit is that they've been doing FOIA litigation for many, many years. So I'm in very good hands. I do have to, there are some incidental costs that I have to pay, but essentially they are doing it pro bono.
Oh,
so.
That's right. That's
So,
awesome.
When was the hearing? Did they have an actual hearing on it and the judge issues a ruling?
If he wasn't getting it pro bono, it's thousands of dollars. Probably couple, 5 maybe. I don't know. I have to see exactly what it was. But for me, I tried doing a FOIA request for a body cam or dash cam footage that's in a trial that's going on against the city. They wanted me to pay $500. It's normally $5. Yeah. They don't want me to have it.
Or what was it?
No, with FOIA litigation, you almost never have a hearing. It's
Right.
basically a lot of back and forth between, the judge will say, okay, the agency has to, either produce or say that they don't have these records by a certain date, and then
10 days.
Various dates keep going back and forth, and it's a very drawn out process.
This is amazing. Really, you guys don't know. This is tedious work. He spent hours and hours, not all week, but when he's trying to get the information he needs, it's not like a 10-minute call or a 10-minute search. He probably spends 4 to 7, 8 all day hours for the love of what's right. And to me, this guy should be, you know what I mean? You should be looked at a little differently if you don't like him. I don't know. I never had I never cared, to be honest. I always thought he was a nice guy. So obviously he knows how to work.
So
he's not afraid to get his hands dirty. And also, let's not forget, I hope he didn't put his name out there. I hope the lawyer put it all in the lawyer's name. But they try to get your name for FOIA requests. You don't have to. It's your constitutional right to remain anonymous. I've learned all this. So I hope his name isn't attached to it because believe it or not, my peeps,
found out you're going to get it.
It is putting a target on his back. He will now forever be tied in to anything that goes down in his area, in the people he knows. You'll see, they probably got a big dossier on this guy. I'm not kidding. I know there's one on me. I was followed. Jesus HC on a P stick.
Did it actually arrive?
It kind of arrived out of the blue. My attorney and I got an email from the Justice Department lawyer who is representing the Air Force in the case. And he just sort of attached this video and sent it to us. And he goes, "Oh, by the way, here's this video that they found through, and here it is." And I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting that at all." So, all right.
That's cool.
So do your lawyers think this is sort of a precedent that would allow other like-minded researchers to gain access using the same process that you did?
Yes. And I do as well. And here's why, because the Freedom of Information Act is fundamentally broken, unfortunately. And, it's a very, very common practice among journalists in other areas of news gathering, not just UAT, obviously, but other areas of news gathering where you have to take the government to court and you have to pry it out of their hands, unfortunately. So,
Jeremy.
Yeah, so, I want, for the benefit of our audience, I have...
Here's a question, and I like it. Chicken Coop Confidential asks, ask yourself, who benefits from this orb getting all this hype? Follow the attention, then follow the money. Okay. You know what? For the first time, I don't agree. I don't agree. Yes, they are getting the attention. Yes, there's money that gets funneled to them. However, think about what the guy did. The guy with the glasses. What's his name? Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer. Think about it. He put his time, his energy, and guess who benefits? We do. We benefit. So what? They deserve to be paid for this one. And if Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp have been legit this whole time and they were being played, I believe that. So I could have been wrong. I could have been. I'm thinking they're they're being used to be disinfo agents. But you know what they got to do? Every now and then, they got to give Jeremy a win. Because if he doesn't get a win, he's going to get discouraged. And they like working with him. He's got a big following. Who else? It's better to work with the devil you know than the devil you don't know. And I bet you this, our government's already vetting and looking and talking with other people in the community to do the dirty work. And they'll say, yeah. If they came to me and said, hey, we'll clean out all your debt, we'll even throw in a couple of million, what do you think I would do? What do you think I would do? You think I would take the money and start being the disinfo guy? You think that could be possible? You think I would collapse that easily? If you hear me saying, yeah, I'm moving into this house on the mountains. Yeah, I got some help with the loan. And now all of a sudden I'm driving a new car and I got all new gadgets. Maybe then you should start worrying. I won't be able to hide it. Stephen Greer says he turned down $2 billion to stop talking about what he talks about in the UFO world. Turned it down 30 years ago. You know what that is today? Jesus. All right. We all benefit. And if they did the correct work, they deserve all the hype. They deserve all the funds. And I think that's okay. Because you know why, Chicken Coop Confidential? Because I'm going to want that to happen for me when my time comes. When I post my stuff and it gets the approval from the masses. Who should I not be rewarded for my hard work? Or should I just say, you know what? I did it for the greater good. Well, I didn't charge anybody to watch my videos. Corbell didn't charge anybody to watch his videos that he got. See, that's smart, not charging people. But if people want to donate, how can you stop them? They appreciate a good UFO sighting, especially the ones that I have. They're really cool. And you're like, well, why aren't they up and out yet, you dick? Guys, I don't want to put up a piece of shit and just say, here it is, without having it done the way I want it to be done. And I'm going to need a certain type of skill set to make that happen, and I don't have it. So, anyway, thank you, Chicken Coop. Let's continue.
Some big feelings and opinions on Dustin, what you've achieved, and why it sets precedent, and why if we get thousands of Dustin Slaughters, or if we get people that can more specifically ask for things, which I'm very happy to help with, that we're going to flood the zone and they're going to have to respond. You know, they've overclassified things after George's and my reporting. They decided all UAP on some level they're going to, you know, clamp down on. But if we had people knowing that it works, and even, you know, everybody's asking for money in the UFO world for like lawyers and shit. They got all these like disclosure fund stuff. Really cool. Glad they do it. But man, this would be great money spent. And I bet there's a lot of lawyers that would do it for free. So if we had, let's say, 1,000 people doing what you're doing, but even more specifically, that would be something I would be interested in helping to promote, because we would get a lot of, you know, traction. But I want to remind and really take people back, Dustin, just so everybody understands, like, what is the Mosul Orb? And I know it's real basic for some of our listeners, but I think it's important. You know, this was a still image from a video. George and I reported that, and we were not able to go any further than that. But the words that we gave, we were able. And if people paid attention, our military not only dubbed this a UAP, and it looks like a, you know, silver spear. By the way, nothing to do with what I believe to be a complete nonsense story in the media right now about those other spheres that are going on, where they find them.
Ooga.
Yeah, all that. I'm going to say horse shit because of my position, but everybody can have a different opinion than mine. You're probably right. But anyway, this is totally different. This is a...
Wow, he called the Booga sphere bullshit, basically, right? Did I hear that right?
And I bet there's a lot of lawyers that would do it for free. So if we had... But I want to remind, and this is a still image from a video. George and I reported that, and we were not able to go any further than that. But the words that we gave, we were able. And if people paid attention, our military not only dubbed this a UAP, and it looks like a, you know, silver spear. By the way, nothing to do with what I believe to be a complete nonsense story in the media right now about those other spheres that are going on, where they find them.
Ooga.
Yeah, all that. I'm going to say horse shit because of my position, but everybody can have a different opinion than mine. You're probably right. But anyway, this is totally different. This is a CIA plane that is flying over a terrorist compound. They were targeting the compound, and then they had a passive capture. You see it in color because it's full motion video, which is a really cool layered system of optics on a really cool camera system.
Finally.
We reported camera system. We reported not only
it is
that
cool.
It was a CIA asset plane that was doing it, George, but we also, and I think people really miss this, because why would they care? The initial analysis hub is something that we talked about. And why is that important? It's important because when Dustin called me, he says, I thought you said Mosul Orb was in Mosul, but I got this from Southern Command. And I was like, oh, okay, I think I know what's going on. In our reporting, George, we told people the flow of acquisition and analysis, and we describe it perfectly in our... I went back and looked at our original reporting. I'm like, woo, we got that one right. And then it gets shared to other systems and shared and analyzed, in certain UAP study groups within government and in intelligence agencies will pull from it. This video is unresolved. It is currently, as of this morning, I can report, designated UAP by our government. And that's not only the fact that Dustin got it under that search term, but I'm telling you, today, it is still designated UAP, meaning they cannot describe or explain the apparent propulsion capability without dissent, what it was even doing there. And George, now...
All right, everybody. It's the top of the hour. It's time for the GUFON membership giveaway for Truthology, 444 ufology. Truthology, 44 ufology. Yes, thank you very much. We will be here for the rest of it. I can't do it. I don't have the energies in here. But we're going to give away 10 memberships. YouTube picks them. It's random. I have no control on who gets what. You understand? So don't get mad at me if you didn't win, huh? All right. First, let me say I'm sorry I didn't put a poll up. Second, here comes the five GUFON free memberships to Truthology for Ufology. Go. And the first one. It's, hey, Jason Semero. Congratulations. Sadie received a gift membership. Hey, Dermot D. Archangel 420, one of my favorites ever. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh, and Marcel. Hey, Marcel. Hey, good, man. Finally. You earned it being here every night for 20 years. You got a $5 one. Hey, that's awesome, man. I'm glad I could stuff you with energies. All right, let's do the next 5 once those stop ringing their asses off. 2 more, I believe. And 1 more. Thanks, Dorothy. I am the original Jimmy Choo Choo. How you doing, man? Derek Kennedy, how are you? I am the original Jimmy Choo Choo. Here we go. It is now time for the other 5 memberships. And we're going to do them as Stallone. Here we go. Now, can we have an awake Stallone? Oh, is that better? A little bit. Yeah, that's good. What, too happy? There we go. Alright, my peeps. The next 5. We turn that shit off. I hear ding-a-lings in my head. Bad enough, I can't think. I can't do this. Let me turn this off for a second. It is this. There we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And the next winner is to Truthology for Ufology memberships. It is Pat Mitch, Bob Mason, Isaac Kenny, Jacek Brudniewski, and Crypto Alchemist all received a gift membership to Truthology for Ufology by GUFON. Congratulations. And thank you for playing along. Giddy up. I said giddy up. Well, that was fun. Those are going to go through for an hour, so I'll just continue playing. Boop.
Now that we have the video.
Hey, by the way, on the memberships, they don't renew, so you don't have to worry about being billed for the next month. Unless you want the membership, you have to renew it. It'll send you a reminder 2 or 3 days out. So, yeah, they're really good at reminding you. Yeah, they want that cashish. But thanks. I hope you enjoyed the membership. We got a lot of great shows in the memberships. I know they're a little older, but some of them are really good. I recommend the one where I did the what was that one? It was the Law of Attraction. That was my favorite. That's my favorite episode. All right, go.
I think that you call them online detectives will be able to tell us, what size is it? I am so interested to figure out what size. I know it's not real close to the lens of the camera because I have talked and researched years ago with the people that actually work with these camera systems and fabricate, meaning make them. But I want to see. I want to see what the detectives think. So that's what the Mosul Orb is. It was a first. And that's so cool because it was a combat zone, but it is still and relevant today. And even your pal, George, on May 1st, 2020, there was a classified briefing that was generated about UAP through the Office of Naval Intelligence. And Yeah, your friend included this as one of the, examples on the JWIX and CIPRNet and Interlink systems as UAP. So maybe Jay can talk more openly about it now that Dustin was able to achieve a public release of the video.
The following is the video of the Mosul Orb.
It's pretty cool. I would be interested if those online detectives can tell us if both the orb and the spy plane are moving, or if the spy plane is going past the orb and it's stationary. Maybe somebody can figure that out who knows more about this stuff than I do, but or either of us. Do either of you have an input on that?
Yeah, from our original investigations, I was going through our notes, and there's a lot of opinions on it within the intelligence community, but they have the actual numbers that are like moving in the video, and that is not public yet because Dustin, what they did, and they always do this.
Right. With every frame, they're going to figure out everything from the still image numbers, and then they're going to figure out how big it is, how fast it goes, just by that. Anyway, that's the story on the Mosul Orb. It's different because I've seen it now 3 times. Like when I watched it the first time, I have to go by how I felt just to tell you what I felt. And I liked it. I thought this was a really interesting investigation, one that came to fruition somewhat. I mean, there's more to the video, and that's what we want to see. But I doubt we will see that. After what this guy had to go through, just to get 2 seconds of visual stimulation of a, for all we know, it's a bawoon. Isn't that sad? All this, the hours we spent talking about it, nobody really knows. Because all we saw is this. We didn't see it go, hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, whoa, hey. We didn't see any Kung Fu UFO. That's what it is. It's like Kung Fu. Over here. Over there. And then Jeremy Corbell hitting you with a hole. I think I hurt my neck. Hold on. Ooh, that's a good one. So that's enough. All right. Hope you enjoyed your memberships. I'm going to be doing that on Rich Saves America tomorrow afternoon. I'm doing the show at 3 in the afternoon. Yeah. New time. Well, what the health. All right. Now, I want to show you something interesting. I love megalithic marvels. And this is the Donner Pass petroglyphs. Me love petroglyphs. Do you know that these are they exist in California? No, I didn't either. This is amazing. This is boots on the ground. I'm just trying to be dramatic. Here we go. Giddy up.
Here in NorCal by Donner Pass off Highway 80, and check out what we got here.
Go check it out. Look at this. In granite. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, so they say. What, 1,000 years old? Look at that. Oh my God. It's the Mosul Orbs. It's a butthole. I mean, a portal. Shit. My true feelings come out. Hey, I like to thank all the peoples who came here tonight. That's right. We got funky, cold music. Beautiful, right? It's the Megalithic Marvels podcast. They actually do a really good job over there. I recommend checking it out. I'll put the link to that in the show description. No, I won't. Will I? Yeah, I'll put the link to that in the show description. They deserve it. What's up, Dan Peters? I am the original. Yeah, I said hello, everybody. Yeah, I hope I didn't miss any. Bernie! McGurk said I did. Moody Mungo, everybody. All right, I got some good stuff to show you, so let's keep moving. This is good stuff. Oh, this is great. All right. Did you know Greer did a CE5 session with AI Bigfoot? You've seen this? I got to tell you, Greer's got ball bags. I'm made of steel to do this. You understand? You understand, right?
Hey guys, Foot here. I'm out here at Joshua Tree doing some C5 with my main man, Dr. Stephen Greer, and we're searching for aliens. I'm psyched.
I dropped 3 fucking G's for this trip and haven't seen shit.
Fuck.
3 G's.
And then it stuck the probe up.
Oh, check it out. Someone dropped some flares. So pretty. I just got a DM from one of these hot as fuck campers. DC Muscle Wolf invited me back to her room with her friend Bijou. Fuck yeah.
Bijou. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Told you, Greer's got power. This might be the most, well, I'll leave this here. I don't know if this is true or false. Probably false. I don't know. You'll find out. You tell me. It's archival video, alleged, taken from the moon during the Apollo 11. And I'm not kidding. This is supposedly real. I remember when this came out. Everybody said it's fake. How do you know? Oh, really? How do you know? Can you just tell? That's why this is fun. It's so fun.
There it is. Son of a
It's
gun,
gliding.
right down the middle of the road.
See it glide? Hey, hold on a second. You're going to think it's fake.
Son of a gun, right down the middle of the road.
Watch.
There it is. Son of a gun, right down the middle of the road.
Road. Watch the fast normal version. I want you to remember the story. Who were those 2 guys that nobody believed, and then the cop left the recorder running? And when those aliens came over to them, they said they looked like football players and that they floated towards them. That's what this thing does. Calvin Parker. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I am wrong. It was just bending down. I don't know if that's real, guys. I always thought it looked fake, but I don't know. You guys are the experts, not me. I'm only an expert on balloons, right? Want to be scared? I don't want to scare anybody tonight. But I have to give you awareness on this. Did you know the government can listen to you now without having to bug your home? Other than your refrigerator, TV, microwave, anything that might have a camera, your computer, laptop, iPad, or whatever, your phone. They could also listen by just pointing something at your location and hearing you like a incredible microphone. Next level stuff. But anyway, this is really interesting. Listen to what Lazar says. They were being listened to anyway, it says here.
Jeremy and I had a private conversation out in a remote area of my property. cell phones in our pockets, but turned off.
All filmed.
And filming it. And Jeremy was down there to film some of this documentary. He left the following morning, and simultaneously there was an FBI raid.
They were able to repeat back verbatim a portion of the conversation that we thought was private, and that shocked us because we were joking that nobody even cared 30 years later what he says. But apparently it's not as it appears. There were 25, 27 forensic agents with a truck there for paperwork. I don't know. We don't really care. We just know now that our conversations are not private.
Well, what? We don't really know, he says. We don't really care? Well, if you don't really care, what are you talking about it for? Really, I hate these people that say, oh, we don't care, but we just want to make you aware of it. All right, that's a good thing, I guess.
FBI, what about this as a crime?
They're looking for some of the fuel.
We just know now that our conversations are not private.
Well, what, FBI, what about this as a crime?
They're looking for some of the fuel from the craft that might have been stolen.
Element 115 was always something Bob said fueled the craft, a stable version. And to be direct, which Bob is being direct right now, they were looking to see if he had any of that taken out of Los Alamos where they machined it.
That's right. That's right. I remember now. So, in this field of ufology, we try our hardest to believe when people give us information, evidence, something new. Remember when the Moomy Doomies came out and we all said, no way. Then they distracted us, right, with the sphere invasion and then the drone invasion that happened last November and still going to this day, but not nearly what it was, right? And now the orb video comes out from Mosul. It almost seems as if they are trying to keep us in the sphere, orb, the round metallic ball that comes from the water. That's what they're telling us. I think we would all agree that's what they want us to believe, or it is the truth. It's where a lot of these sightings come from, the Pacific Ocean, and pretty much, I mean, who are we kidding? Near the Bermuda Triangle, if not the Bermuda Triangle. Now, just a little bit south is the South Pole. And we know about Antarctica. We know about the curious UFO stories that have come from there for 100 years now. It can't be overlooked. There is so much information in this field of ufology. It does take decades to just get started. Every day I'm finding something new that I try to share with you, whether it doesn't seem new. Some of it is, some of it isn't, but I found something new of that day that maybe I couldn't put into the show that night. But let me show you this video with Bob Lazar. I want you to hear what he says here, because a lot of people take what Bob Lazar says as gospel. People think he knows shit. And I want to listen to this with you because I want to see if you believe he knows shit. Stuff. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to swear anymore. I really am. I'm going to make the effort more than I ever have. Go.
In the future, do you estimate
Oh my God. Is that the volume? It's all the way uppity.
that craft was to what we're doing at the present time?
Well, I've heard other people estimate things like that, saying, well, it's 1,000 or 10,000 years in advance of our technology. And I don't really find that to be the case. All I really find to be the case is probably a technology that's about 100 or 200 years in advance of us. And the only reason being is because they stumbled upon a device, a machine that can actually make gravity, that can produce gravitational waves. Now, this is something that our science and physics knows. We know what gravity is. We know how it works, but we really just observe it. We don't understand it, and we certainly don't have a machine that can create a gravitational wave. And because they've developed this, they have a unique propulsion system, and that has a lot of offshoot possibilities and other uses. Also, the power source is fairly unique. We know of its existence. There is a total annihilation reaction we know of. The 3 atomic reactions we know of are fission, as you see in an atomic bomb, fusion, as you see in a hydrogen bomb, and we're currently trying to make a fusion reactor to provide power cleanly. And we also know there's a total annihilation reaction, which is a extremely, virtually 100% efficient reaction.
Okay, do you hear what he's saying? Please tell me you hear it. What he's talking about is a massive amount of energy being deployed for travel. Do you see that happening with the Mosul Orbs? Do you see that type of propulsion possible for the Mosul Orb and other orbs? I mean, the X-ray of it looks really weird, like some sort of audio device almost. That's what it reminds me of, like a tune port for a speaker. Or perhaps some sort of frequency. See what I mean? Tune, port, frequency, speaker. Maybe it is a sound device, as I almost put my finger halfway up my scalp. Right? Maybe it is. What did I just see here? Oh, mo-ho, Dinkamazzi throwing down. We round up here at GUFON. $3. What are you out of your Vulcan mind? Putting $3 in the GUFON swear jar. Okay. Well, for F's sake. Thank you very much, Dinkum. You're a continuing supporter of GUFON. Mucho gusto, generoso. You know what I'm doing right now, right? No. Thank you, supporters. Mucho gusto, generoso. Damn it. I forgot how long that thing wasn't. All right, thank you. Thank you. So Bob Lazar saying 10,000 years, maybe? It's a long way. I think their technologies... If we stay on the pace we're on now, 150 years from now, that's it. But here's my reality on that. They have different minerals, different metals. Even though we all come from the same stardust, we don't come from the same stuff everywhere. Not everything can be found. Not everything can be put in a certain chemical mix-up and remain the same density. Right? So, with that being said, maybe they have metallics that can't be duplicated on Earth or back-engineered, no matter how hard we try. You understand? We don't have the flux capacitor. And that's it for tonight. I want to thank all the moderators and super chatters for a wonderful support system tonight. Make this show, keep it alive, make it run smoothly. And I'd like to thank the Cash Appers. We didn't get any PayPals, but that's okay, sooner or later. But I want to thank everybody who supported the show with memberships. Hope you enjoy the new ones too. And thanks for hanging out tonight. It was fun. We will be back tomorrow night. Oh, yeah. Tomorrow, I'm not even going to say. We'll be back tomorrow night. And I do have to say, members have something coming up that's, I decided that's where it's going to go first. This video may go viral. Yeah, it's that good. All right. Till then, Is that it? We are done, right? Hey, if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. What? No, that was awful. That's not right. All right. And if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. For ufology. And Alien Bless. There you go. Take it easy, everybody. Giddy up.